A thread by Carlos Osuita. I need to address the final holdouts who plague me with fear. But first, another mass production factory for supporters of President Trump is operating at full capacity. The Democrats own this. It's on them. Effing die. BLM activists lay siege to LA hospital treating officers hit in ambush shooting from Breitbart.com. There were enough people out there trying to talk sense into humanoids whose dials are set to crazy and kill. Not me. It's a waste of time. I'm going to discuss this from a purely political standpoint, avoiding the usual platitudes. I'm not using the wounded deputies as political props. The reality is that they were attacked for political reasons. Using people as political props is when you falsely attribute an atrocity to politics and use it to score political points. This is all Trump's fault, is using the deputies as political props. We have it right from the Democrats' own mouths that violence must continue. VP candidate Kamala Harris, chilling interview about riots. They're not gonna stop. BLM is destroying Black lives in the name of Black lives. From YouTube, Black Lives Matter protester gets business destroyed. As Don Lemon said, BLM isn't about Black lives mattering. Oh, so that makes everything fine. Thanks as always, Don. So, this violence alone gets Trump reelected. Add in his accomplishments, his platform, and the fact that he's just getting started and he wins. So, what about you? Here's what you're trying to drag me into over and over and over. Let's say you're a woman. You're walking down the city street one night and you see a bar. Here's what it says in the window in beautiful neon: the We Hate Women Club. So, you go inside. Why? Never mind. You go inside, and all these raving lunatics start bombarding you with claims that women have an extra pair of eyeballs in the small of their back. So you leave, go home, and call me, Carlos. They all said I have an extra pair of eyeballs in the small of my back. Can that be true? And you expect me to refute insanity from people you already know are insane. Trump's losing in Florida. How many friggin' times do I have to keep telling you this? From Politico, Trump's campaign knocks on 1 million doors a week. Biden's knocks on 0. The only people in the entire country who know Trump's actual level of support are Trump's people. The Democrats are doing zero canvassing. I know it's really hard to think all the way back to 2016, but do you remember what characterized that election? Remember the polls being wrong in 2016, as in all of them? The danger of rewriting history is that you fool yourself. So, this year, the Democrats are fooling themselves, running a senile candidate, supporting brown shirts and terrorists, offering a platform of total oppression, and telling us that peace in the Middle East and the Balkans is bad. And going back to Russia, Russia, Russia. There are people telling you that women have a second pair of eyeballs in the small of their back. What does it take for you to accept that they are insane? Do you debate homeless mental patients? They're delusional. You're letting them make you delusional. How in the world can Trump lose? Trump is a mass murderer. White people must be exterminated. China and Iran run the US. Here's the deal that too many of you don't understand. The Democrats have what's called a spectrum disorder. They aren't rational about everything except for Trump. If they're irrational about Trump, they're irrational about everything. That's how spectrum disorders work. The Trump hate doesn't cause the other forms of madness. The other forms of madness result in Trump hate. See? They were crazy long before they hated Trump. But you're still listening to them. Why? Only you can answer that question. All the conversation on Trump from both sides leaves out one Crucial factor: Trump's agency, his ability to act, to influence and control events. You ignore Trump's agency at your own peril. It's extremely stupid, to be blunt, even crazy. In a very real sense, most analyses on the upcoming election are worthless. Only some of us have accepted the fact that Trump put between 40 and 50 years of planning into his presidency. This is why you're still nervous. Does he seem nervous? Trump is up against an army of warriors from the Stone Age. People with slings and really sharp, stone tipped spears. How do you defeat them? With an armored limousine. You just slowly roll through them until you get to the back where their king is sitting. After a while, they'll stop their useless attacks. Then you get out, show the king a cigarette lighter, demonstrate it, and give it to him. War over. You show him how to refill it, leave him a massive supply of butane, make him understand that he should use it only during ceremonies, and then you drive off to the next tribe. You pacify the whole region in a week without firing a shot. Of course, Stone Age people were more civilized than Black Lives Matter rioters and terrorists. You treat BLM a tad more firmly, but the end result is the same: victory.